This is a comparison of 7 root beers. Barq's Root Natural Apothecary Craft Soda, Parlor, Cool Mountain, and then the next 3 are all made by Orca Beverages. Bulldog, Northwest Soda Works Bedfords, and Americana. So there isn't much difference between these. All of these have 40 to 50% fructose in them. This one has high fructose corn syrup in it. The rest do not. This one has 2 different kinds of cane sugar in it. Some of the others may, I forget. But we're going to try them all. I suspect that this one is going to be the most uniquely flavored. A lot of Orca beverages tend to taste fairly similar within one flavor class. So let's go ahead and try, and then later I'm going to do a blind taste test to try and verify how I felt about each soda. In between drinks, I will be cleansing my palate with some water. So out of all of these beverages, the only one that I've ever actually had before is Barq. So I'll start with Barq's as kind of the benchmark. It is a very common brand. Not necessarily the best brand, but very common. It's got a fair amount of carbonation. I just want to see how much. I'm going to pour it into this little glass I've got here. It gave me about a half an inch of foam on top. Didn't stay for a particularly long amount of time. I think it's the phosphoric acid sodas that have a head that sticks around for a while. Or if you have a root beer float, which means you have ice cream in your soda, the foam will definitely stick around because it mixes up with the, I think it's the fat in the dairy product. Yes, I do like this flavor. There's a bit of a licoricey flavor to it, just a little bit. I know some of you don't like anise or licorice, so it's very mild. But this is what I would consider to be a traditional root beer flavor. I wish I had a Boylan root beer here with me to compare this to, but the only Boylan I have right now is a diet Boylan, so I don't think that would be a fair comparison. Boylan is one of my favorites. So I really like that one. I'm going to say I'll give that an 8. Now we'll try the Apothecary Craft Soda Root Naturals, all natural root beer. And okay, I did want to mention that this Barq's has got 44 grams of carbs, which is all sugar that's added, and 65 milligrams of sodium. This one has got 10 milligrams of sodium, which is much better for my health, and 42 grams of carbs, so it's almost the same in terms of sugars. The Parlor, where are the nutrition facts on Parlor? Parlor does not provide any nutrition facts, so I don't know if there was a label and it fell off, or if this was normally packaged in a package that had that information, but there's nothing available. The Cool Mountain has got 15 milligrams of sodium and 40 milligrams of carbs. So less than the other two for the carbs and a little bit more than the Root Naturals for the sodium. Then Bulldog, 45 milligrams of sodium and 41 milligrams of carbs. So Better than the Barqs for the carbs. And, or is it, no, sorry, not better. It's the worst one. And then, no, it's the same. Oh, no, it is less than. Oh, I'm so sorry. Looking at the wrong thing. So it's better than Cool Mountain. It's worse, better than Barq's and worse than Cool Mountain. And then for the sodium, since it's 45 milligrams of sodium, that's better than the Barq's and worse than the others, the other two. Again, we don't know about Parlor. The Bedford's has got 40 milligrams of sodium, making that the third worst after Barq's and Bulldog. And as far as carbs are concerned, it has 44, making it the same as Barq's. And then the Americana has got 50 milligrams of sodium, making it the second worst, assuming Parlor isn't, in terms of sodium, and 42 grams of carb, which makes it the fourth worst for that. So the ones that we know for sure are are going to be at least somewhat better for your health are Cool Mountain and Root Naturals, and this is a big question mark. I'm going to pause to try and find out information. Okay, I looked up Parlor, and 10 milligrams of sodium, 45 grams of carbs. So it's tied, I think, with Americana. No, it's worse than Americana. So it's the second worst for sugar, and it's on par with Root Naturals for sodium. So it's tied for first place as the best. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and try Americana. Ooh, it's not. Oh, it is a twist. No, it's not a twist off. Some are twist offs and some are twisted. Oh, that smells different. No head. This has got a very sweet flavor. It's almost like it's got honey. Oh, it does have honey. It has licorice and sassafras as well, but I cannot really taste that. To me, this is a honey beverage instead of a root beer. I wouldn't buy this again. If they were to sell it as a honey beverage, I would be like, okay, yeah, this tastes like a honey beverage. But they skimped too much on the spices, making it a less enjoyable root beer. So I'll give it a 5. All right, let me rinse out my mouth. There we go. You know, it may have been that Americana was a twist off. I just didn't try hard enough. Sometimes I get the grip wrong. No smell. Very little head that disappeared very quickly. This also has cane sugar, honey, and maltodextrin, which has a glycemic index that is much higher than sugar. This is slightly better than the Americana. It's not as sweet. But still, they skimped too much on the flavor. So whereas the Americana I gave a 5, I'll give this a 5.5. Now the last Orca beverage. Guess I can't say that I'm surprised that Orca beverages have the highest sugar content. Although, it's not a wide range between the 7 of them. All right. Can't really smell anything. Yeah, nothing. No real head. Oh, that's interesting. This one's got more of a non-sugar flavor to it. It is not too sweet. I wouldn't call this exactly... I do like this one. It's got an interesting flavor. Not a standard root beer flavor like the Barq's, which is quite good, but it is... I'll give it a 6.5. Yeah. Definitely an improvement. I do not know why Orca Beverage has so... I get these beverages mostly at Jungle Gyms because they've got a huge selection. And there are so many Orca beverages under different labels, so many different labels. I don't know how it came to be that way. I don't pretend to understand that. I don't know if they bought them all out or if they came up with them as like for different markets or what's going on there. If anybody happens to know about the story of Orca Beverages and why it has so many different brand names under one bottling authority. Ooh. Cool Mountain time. Let's see, it seems like this is one of the few that has phosphoric acid, so let's see what the head is like. No, it had a little bit of head, but so far Barq's is the only one that has a good amount of head. That's quite different. It's definitely has less sweetness to it. Less than even the Bedfords. I don't know, I almost feel like it's not sweet enough. Or more likely, they skimped on the flavor. I'm not impressed with this one. It doesn't, well, as the kids say, it doesn't hit me right. It lacks that full-bodied flavor you would come to expect from a root beer, especially a sugared root beer. So I guess I'll give this one a 6. Well, no. I'll give it a 5.5. So it's the same as the Bulldog. And I'll just move this Barq's all the way over to the right because it was so good. Now I'm very curious about the Root Naturals. So let's find out if they did it right. I miss Gale's root beer. So nice. So different, but nice. Oh, what am I doing? Can't smell anything. That has some head, but it doesn't last long. Oh, got them on the wrong bottles. Trying to preserve some of the foam, or not the foam, the carbonation. My son, he loves carbonation. I have to say that, and maybe this is just because I'm pouring it into a glass, there's not a lot of carbonation in these, and I like that. I don't like over-carbonated sodas, whereas he does. it not too sweet. The sweetness is on point, but again, they were too stingy on the flavor. So I think it's better than the Cool Mountain and Bulldog, but not as good as the Bedford, so I'll give it a 6. And we're down to the last one, the Parlor. Parlor is a young company, a young beverage, made by a young crew of guys who are outspoken on their website. Some people may not appreciate it. There's some swearing. Now me, swearing doesn't, I don't let swearing bother me, because when you let people bother you with their swearing, they have control over you, and I don't believe in letting people have control over me. Mild smell. It's got some head to it. It seems to be a bit longer lasting than these other ones, except for the Barqs. You know, it's interesting. You know, that's the interesting thing between sugar and honey. When you have some honey in a soda, it can be very dominating. This doesn't have honey in it, but it has 45 grams of sugar. It doesn't taste as sweet as the Americana. And they actually did a good job with the spices. I think they could have added if they'd added a bit more, I think that would have been perfect. But they didn't, and that's unfortunate. But what can you do? So I'm gonna give this one a 7, because I think it's, after the Barqs, it's the second best of the group. Now, you know what? Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna grab my Boylan's. All right, let's just, it's a diet, so, man, it's a diet soda, but I want to see how it compares to Barq. This has got more of a peppery flavor to it. Little hint of licorice. Yeah, it doesn't taste as good as I had thought it would compared to the Barqs. I'm just going to confirm it by having a little sip of Barqs again. After so many sodas, my tongue is now confused. Man, now I'm so confused. No, I'm going to give Parlor a 7.5. I think it's better than I think my tongue has gotten a little bit muted, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to come back and do the blind taste test. Okay, so my son has poured me one of the 7 sodas. I'm going to rinse out my mouth again. Bottoms up. I kind of feel like this is Barq's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Barq's, and if not Barq's, then it's Parlor. Very nice. Very, very nice. Hold on. All right, on to the second one. Oh, this is clearly Americana. All that honey. Yeah. Next one. Bottom is up. Salute. Prost. Afia. Cheers. Not quite as sweet as the Americana. I'm going to say that this is the Bulldog. Yeah, it's okay. All right, here we go again. Like this one. This is quite nice. Is this Parlor? Man. Now I'm confused if this is Barq's or Parlor. I'm going to go with, I think we'll go with Parlor. It's good. I was wrong before. The one that I thought was Americana, this is Americana. So the one I thought was Americana before was probably, oh man. This is, yeah. I don't like that one. Too sweet. They should call it honey beer. All right, next. Okay. Oh. This has also got honey flavor to it. Not as strongly as the Americana. Man, this is so confusing. I should have taken bigger breaks between each one of them the first time. I am at a loss as to which one that was. Yeah, I just don't know. It's not Americana. Maybe it's Bedford's. Last one. I'm grateful. I am too full. Maybe that is Root Naturals. I'm not sure. I think it's Root Naturals. It's not bad. All right. Time for the big reveal. Okay, so big reveal. The first one that I tried was
Parlor. The first one.
Parlor. The first one I tried was oh, it tricked me. It tricked me. I thought this was the bar. So really similar. Okay, second one.
Bedford.
Bedford's. Okay.
You thought it was the Americana.
Yeah, I thought that. Later I realized I was wrong. Next.
Okay, the Apothecary. The Root Naturals.
Oh, Root Naturals. Wow, I really got this wrong.
You thought it was Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Barq.
Barq's was the fourth one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You thought that was Parlor.
Yeah.
And then Bulldog, you thought was Americana.
Woo!
And then Americana, you thought was Bedford.
Okay.
And then Mountain.
Cool Mountain.
You thought was Root Natural.
Oh my God! So, I think that what we can say here is that Bedford's, Bulldog, and Americana, the three Orca beverages, are all very sweet, and Parlor and Barq's are still the best. But what did I say? Root Naturals was?
You thought Root Naturals was Dog.
I thought Bulldog. Okay, that sounds about right. And what did I think Cool Mountain was?
Root Natural.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I think we can still say that of the 7 of these, the best ones are Parlor and Barq's. I don't think you'll go wrong with either of them. If you're looking for something sweet, Bulldog, Americana, and Bedford's. If you're looking for something that's honey sweet, then the Americana and the Bulldog, to a lesser degree the Bedfords. And if you're looking for something that's more subdued, Apothecary and Root Naturals and Cool Mountain. All right, so that is the end of the review. Thank you for sticking around for the last 26 minutes. Afia to you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.